What's up guys, Suli here and welcome to my new channel. So I am sad to say that I'm leaving from my old channel, maybe forever, and I might delete all the videos that I have uploaded so far, but don't worry since I might upload those same videos into my new channel if you would like, and keep them there as memories keepsake. But for now I would like to address the fact that there has been a lot of controversy and fighting over the Nintendo Switch 2 pricing, and that would have been almost okay if it were only the console. But we are also talking about the new benchmark pricing for games, the new tour game being charged for money instead of being part of the system, the chat button being behind a paywall, and much more news about the Nintendo Switch 2, which also includes some misinformation that really has to be cleared out. I mean, come on. Not saying I'm defending the Nintendo Switch 2, I'm still not buying the Switch 2 unless they charge for less. But this is going to be covered in another video since I currently want to focus on the current Switch 2 Direct. I know that people are talking about Nintendo and spreading lots of news till this day, but I would still like to share my experience with the Nintendo Direct for Switch 2 before I join in on the action. And at this point I would usually point out a fun fact about me, but we're not gonna do that today since it's quite exhausting and this is not a gameplay, but rather a set of reviews with what's to come with the news on the Nintendo Switch 2 situation. So now without further ado, hi, my name is Suli and welcome to my very first reaction video ever. Hope you enjoy the video. While the Direct's intro is playing, I just want to note out that I'm watching the Direct due to some personal matters 3 days from when it was first published. So as you can see here, we're starting the first Direct at a strong pace, or so I would like to say. Okay, so we're starting with this. Heroes. What's it called again? Dragon Quest, yes. Bro, I wonder if anyone even cares about Dai from the Adventures of Dai Dragon Quest. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not that the game is bad. I would personally love to experience what it's like to play a D&D game, especially one that has released its first version since 1986. The game is going to use modern pixelated graphics in its HD version. It's just that Nintendo has been releasing a lot of remakes, and I mean a lot of remakes. And on the off note, the intro music really has a nostalgic tune to it. It kind of attracts me to the game before I even started playing Dragon Quest, and I haven't even played Dragon Quest before. Anyways, here's to the 2D remakes of Dragon Quests 1 and 2. So for some of you who still don't know, we're going to watch the second Direct later, but as of now, all the games that are showcased right here are going to be released on the Nintendo Switch 1. And with the situation that we are in currently, it's actually a good thing since we can survive a bit longer with the Switch 1 before we proceed to buying the Switch 2 after we save a little bit more money. Oh wait, hold on. Hold on, maybe this is Kingdom Hearts. It's anime. Oh, you have gotta be kidding me. Bro, every time I see anime, I just see Kingdom Hearts. And before you say anything, no, that is not Devil May Cry in another universe. It's an entirely different detective game with an incredibly long title, where your mission is to use AI in order to save a bunny girl from what seems to be a space station of some kind. Oh, so we have to rescue a bunny girl. Okay, this isn't weird on any level. Speaking of detective games, here's a remaster with an atheistic approach. Oh guys, look! It's another Persona game. Bro, I wonder how the anime community would react if I call every anime game a Persona game. So you're playing as the main character, Detective Raido Kuzunoha, using your skills and powers to fight off demons, monsters, and supernatural beasts. Not by fighting with your bare hands, but rather by summoning other demons. Oh, so you summon devils, yeah, great. But at this point, I'm not really surprised. This is how the anime community works. They're atheists. So moving on, Shadow Labyrinth, guys. Oh, look, it's Pac-Man! So you're guided to a journey by Puck, otherwise Pac-Man, so that Pac-Man can achieve a mysterious goal in which you are about to find out. Okay, so... okay. And just like you saw, he comes with lots of broken abilities, which is not only limited to his armor suit, but also turning you into a very dark gluttonous monster. Okay, this is not the Pac-Man that I know of. Oh my god. Wait, Rhythmic? Oh, Rhythm Heaven! Oh, dang it. So Patapon, guys! I don't even know what this game is. And that is no surprise since the game was initially exclusive for the PS4 and the PSP, till now. So in this game, you play as a literal god playing the drums of liberation to your Indian eyeballs, which pretty much look like Unknown from Pokemon. And I haven't really read much further than that, but I would assume the goal of the game is for you to grow your army and defeat the evil forces that oppose it. This game can't really replace Rhythm Heaven, but I am quite interested to see what's in store. Okay, so it's Caveman combined with a rhythm game. That's awesome. Is it weird that I want to play it? So given how many Animal Crossing copycats we've had over the years, I am just going to summarize this game in a single sentence. Animal Crossing, but it has anime adaptation, marriage, and Wind Waker Link's Glider. Now moving on. Okay, they build up a whole ass trail for this. This has to be a good game. Ain't that right, guys? I was absolutely shocked. Okay, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. We have Samus Aran again from Super Smash Brothers. Smashy Bros. Apologies, I really had to make a Smashy Bros joke here, but I was really stoked. They just released Metroid Prime this year, and they already launched a new game in the same year. I never really played Metroid before, but I am really excited for my first experience, as I get to shoot some bugs, discover some artifacts, and roll like a ball. And I can't really tell why they changed the light glass layer from green to purple, but I guess it has to do something with her new psychic powers, which is also incredible, and I can't really wait to experience it once I buy the game myself. And not gonna lie, Samus Aran with psychic abilities, that could have been a very big addition to Smash Bros. If they didn't give up on the project. So Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, everybody. Wait, was that Spanish or was that, did they legit make an alien language? Or maybe that was French. Or German. Incredible game, and we'll have a Switch 1 version, so don't worry for those who can't afford Switch 2 yet. I guess now is a good time to skip some segments, but first... Oh my god, Kingdom Hearts! Oh wait, it's not Kingdom Hearts, it's Disney Villains. I can't make that up anymore. I have some serious case of Kingdom Hearts copium. Okay. Pokemon! Yes guys, we have got Pokemon ZA, a game that has been anticipated by the entire Pokemon gaming community with a pretty much different style of Pokemon battle gameplay. And it also includes flying off rooftops, different regional starters, and a very huge extension on a very familiar setting that was introduced in Pokemon X and Y all the way in the Kalos region, Lumio City. So a very familiar mechanic that they have kept from the original Legends game is the Pokemon Wild Zones, where you can basically sneakily capture a Pokemon without ever battling it, and potentially have some of them chase you down if you're spotted. And remember when I said you can fly off rooftops? Well, very conveniently, you can teleport to them as well. And while daytime might be the time of Pokemon capture and interaction, nighttime basically becomes a hunt down for trainer battles. Your goal as the main character is to rise up the ranks from Z to A. Oh, I get it! ZA, because of the rank up. And accomplish our goal of being Kalos' Pokemon champion, or rather the Pokemon master. Just like how our boy Ash did it in Pokemon Journeys. Oh, wait, hold on, let me guess.
Funny little rhythm games.
Rhythm Heaven. This must be Rhythm Heaven. This has to be Rhythm Heaven. It's Rhythm Heaven, isn't it? You're giving me very clear hints. Yup, it's Rhythm Heaven. Yeah, there you go, guys. Rhythm Heaven is finally making a comeback ever since the Mega Mix title released a decade ago on the 3DS. Rhythm Heaven fans can argue that they have waited more than a decade for another Rhythm Heaven game, which is actually quite a big deal. And I don't really mean to state the obvious, but Patapon, you're having some serious competition. Finally, a way to share digital games online with friends. Oh wait, you can only share it to yourself and family members from the NSL account, and there's no online option. You can only do it locally. Dang it! And even though this is the end of the first Direct, Nintendo decided to show us a little teaser. Did she just fart? They're finally having a sequel to Tomodachi Life releasing on the Nintendo Switch, and will hopefully share more details on the game in a future Direct. What is this? Okay.
Did you want to talk?
No? Oh, thank God, it's a
But that was
dream.
only a dream.
Also, they now have an app called Nintendo Today, which isn't really much right now. Anyways, moving to the second direct. Bro, ain't no way. They have re-edited their Nintendo Direct intro. That looks so cool. And this is where we say goodbye to the old Nintendo Direct intro. Okay, we got... Oh wait, is that a speed pad? Ain't no way they're dropping a new Mario Kart game. Let's go, baby. Bro, and they're dropping a new redesign for Mario, Luigi, and all the other characters apparently. So they finally released a new Mario Kart game after 8 years since the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is a very huge deal since most of the Nintendo fan base are made of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe players. And the redesign of characters isn't the only type of content they added to Mario Kart World. You can now drive on rails, drive on walls, and play as a cow character? What the hell? You mean that same mob cow in Moo Moo Meadows? Adding new items such as hammers and coin blocks. And you can apparently drive inside of a truck. And I don't know how it makes sense, but eating a hamburger can customize your character's costume mid-race, which there are a wide variety of. We see the fit guy. Boo looking kinda clean though. Speaking of, weather changes is part of the game now. Now moving on to the modes starting off with Grand Prix. So apparently every track is interconnected with one another. The first race is 3 laps on the first track, but when it comes from the second to the final track, you get to travel to that next track as part of the race. They have also finally added a knockout mode in Mario Kart World called Knockout Tour, where you get to constantly race in 6 tracks, and the bottom 4 of each track get knocked out while the rest continue the race. And now you get to finally discover the tracks on your own with free roam, and it also has a multiplayer mode as well. This proves that Nintendo does listen to its fans' suggestions. Well, sometimes. So basically everything in this game has changed how traditional Mario Kart works now. I wouldn't even mind paying $70 for such content. $80? Yeah, Nintendo has to really explain itself at the next direct. So moving on, the new Joy-Cons have a new feature called the C button. I mean, I guess there's an A and B button. I guess it would make sense to add a C button as part of the gameplay for like future games that require you to have a C button, I guess. I felt so stupid thinking that was the case. Game chat? Oh wait, that's what the C button was for? Game chat? It basically opens up a Discord-like environment, allowing you to chat with your friends on Nintendo Switch, which again, is available on the PS5 and Xbox for free. I mean, Game Share is there, also on the PS5 and Xbox. But then this feature also comes with the $50 camera, which is arguably $10 less than the PS5 camera, just saying, where you can show your face during your gameplay chats, and further enhance it in the Switch 2 version of Mario Party Jamboree, which we will talk about later. Is this feature cool? Yes, it's very cool. Am I going to replace Discord with this? In most cases, yes and no. We did it, Nintendo. We finally got game chat to work on the Nintendo Switch, and it only costs consumers to pay $20 a month when other competition consoles are charging that feature for free. Well, it's a good thing that Nintendo accounts for parental controls, so they finally added Game Share to Nintendo Switch 2. Quite a cool feature to play games with friends without having the actual game on your console. But as many benefits, this also comes with drawback. For example, with Switch 2 games in game chat, you're gonna have to have the actual Switch 2 console with you. Still a cool feature though. So now we're moving on to the actual system, which are a big set of positives in the system itself, such as a bigger screen but with the same thickness and weight, a 1080p resolution running at 120 frames, a more vivid LCD and HDR support, meaning that they will have an OLED version, let's just hope that it's affordable, overall magnetic technology, bigger SLSR buttons with a bigger joystick for more comfortable gameplay with the Joy-Con, along with adding mouse controls, and improving the speakers providing cleaner sounds and a 3D audio set, a more flexible Nintendo Switch stand, and a second USB port for both the camera and charging at tabletop mode, not to mention 8 times the storage space of the original Nintendo Switch. Then moving on to the docking system, which provides 4K support, along with a cooling fan in order to to enjoy games a bit longer. So that is the Switch 2 system, guys. A bit pricey but quite understandable. I will cover that in a separate prices video where we're talking about the prices of the Switch hardware as well as the software games. So moving on, it is time to talk about one of Switch 2's biggest fumbles. Oh, Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. I think I've heard of that. I mean, I hate that they charge us for it, but it looks super cool. So this is pretty much self-explanatory content, and it also has mini games as well. But that's not enough excuse to charge $10 for an introduction game to the Nintendo Switch. So they also have new Nintendo Switch 2 cartridges, which apparently taste worse than the Nintendo Switch 1 cartridge? And apparently you should buy even more expensive SD cards now, because the Switch 1 SD cards ain't gonna work anymore. I mean, at least the Nintendo Switch 2 has more data, so it kinda works. They also have a Switch 2 Pro controller now, whose only extra feature is the C button in the middle. There is no way they charge $10 extra for this. It's also good to note that Switch 2 has its own website now, and of course I don't even need to say it, but the Switch 2 is going to release on June 5th. Anyways, we are not done yet. So you know how we can play both Switch 2 and Switch 1 games, compatible games, but now we're getting to Switch 2 edition games, some of which may act as DLC like Mario Party Jamboree. Introducing Jamboree TV, where minigames include the mouse feature and voice recognition of the Switch 2 now. And remember the Switch 2 camera? Well, no more Mario characters, you are the star now. Not only that, but you can also use it as part of the normal board games as well. This really makes chance time look easier, huh? Also, there's Bowser Live, the Steve Harvey of Mario Party Jamboree, hence the TV experience. More camera minigames for me. Despite all the fun it's giving, we're gonna have to wait a long time for its release. And with the original game at hand, you can buy the Switch 2 version with a separate packet. Still kinda wish it came free with Switch 2, but it does act like a DLC pack, so the extra $20 is kind of understandable at some point. So Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom will also have Switch 2 editions, in which other than the 120 FPS or 4K experience, you'll get to use Google Maps, or should I call it Zelda Maps, on your phone as part of the game experience. Really worth the $10 extra, Nintendo. Good job. Moving on, here's something for Kirby fans. Kirby in the Forgotten Land, but Elsa has an evil twin sister or brother. Can't wait to get my copy of the game. Also, Metroid and Pokemon are getting Switch 2 editions as well. Moving on to the next Switch 2 game, I was actually flabbergasted after what I found out. Wait, is that basketball? You're playing basketball in a wheelchair now. Amazing. Okay, I guess Steve Hawking is playing against Patrick Anderson, and they decide, hey, let's make a game featuring robots and basketball. Not gonna lie, as funny as this is as a game, this kind of looks sick. Summer 2025. Now that we're past those games, it's finally time to move on to the third-party game segment. Starting off with Elden Ring, Hades 2, Street Fighters, this very hard to pronounce name, along with Split Fiction, EA Sports FC and Madden NFL, Harry Potter, and Tony Hawk's, which has this very funny SpongeBob reference. A few. They literally just referenced SpongeBob at the end there. What? And then there's Hitman and some serious Kingdom Hearts copium. Where is, oh my god, it's Sora. It's not Kingdom Hearts, dang it. Maybe not, but it's still a brand new Bravely Default game. Almost forgot to mention Yakuza 0. Very fun experience. That's the last of third-party games. We are moving on to Switch 2 again. Oh my god, a new Zelda. Oh wait, yeah, my cousin's gonna go broke after this. And so will I, as I will find out shortly why. Story leading to the— oh, it's before! A Hyrule Warrior game? That is right, guys. I happen to be a very big fan of Dynasty Warriors game. I mean, I'm still a fan of Zelda, but the Zelda series is way too long. And not very surprisingly, this is another Lead to the Past game, where Zelda travels to the past in order to stop Ganon before he takes over the world. Kinda sad Link ain't the protagonist, but at least we'll get to play as Zelda. Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. I can't wait to try out this game. And just when I thought that games couldn't get any cooler, We can finally play GameCube now! Nintendo drops GameCube games as part of the expansion pack for Nintendo Switch Online, where games like Zelda Wind Waker, Soul Calibur having Link as a playable character, a fan favorite F-Zero where both local and online multiplayers are available, and even much more epic games to come. Also, just because that they have Zelda on GameCube doesn't mean they won't launch the remake on HD. And we also have a GameCube controller with the C button. But guess what? You can only play GameCube games with this same controller. Not the Switch 2, not the Super Nintendo and below, just the GameCube. Anyways, moving on. Nintendo Switch Online without the expansion pack. Oh my god, Ollie. That scared the shit out of me. Deltarune? Chapters 3 and 4? Yeah, I didn't focus at first. That was Toby Fox, wasn't it? So yes, Deltarune is finally coming to Switch 2. Not only with chapters 1 and 2, but with 3 and 4. I mean, I still have to pay for them, but at least I won't have to pay $80. I guess there's also Borderlands 4. And Civilization 7, where you can use the Switch mouse controls to play the game as a PC game on the Switch. There's also WWE and NBA. Kids version of Raft 2. Wait, is that a new DK game? Oh wait, I actually thought it was a DK game for a second. Like, I saw this mask from, I don't remember the title, but it was the DK game with the mask. Also, there's Kids in Space and freaking Cyberpunk, baby! Let's go, Cyberpunk! I get to play with the who's it called again? John Wick! I get to play with John Wick! Also another FF remake, very self-explanatory. Anyways, I am so excited that all of these games are finally coming to Switch 2, bro. Okay, one last game. Hold on, what do we have here? Oh wait, hold on. Is that the famous game that my cousin's talking about, Duskblood? That literally looks like Elden Ring, but with vampires and nightmares. Yes, apparently this is Duskblood, a very famous Souls game among the Souls gaming community. And it was also announced that the same game is coming exclusively to Nintendo Switch. For now, that is. I really believe there are gonna be other consoles who have the same game. Anyways, here's a moment where I almost inhaled copium. Wait, hold up. Hold up.
Oh! Whoa! Whoa!
Hold up, ain't no way Smash Bros is coming back.
Super Smash Bros. Star! Kirby! Wait!
Sakurai has made it very clear.
Please, bro, please! Don't be Kirby, please Smash, please!
That Smashy Bros is not coming back. Ain't no way that's a Smashy Bros game.
It's not a Kirby game! It's not a Kirby game! It's Smash!
Wait, boosters?
Don't be— no! It's an air ride! Don't tell me it's an air ride, bro! Don't tell me it's some air ride bullshit!
Huh? Oh, okay, so it's not a Smash Bros game, unfortunately.
I think it's air ride. Damn it!
I mean, I'm not that disappointed. I kinda expected this game to not be a Smash Bros game. No copium inhaled.
I can feel my heart beating, bro, seeing Kirby come down.
Kirby Air Riders? Oh, like, so it's like Sonic Riders, but it's Kirby this time. Director Sakurai? Oh wait, didn't he say that he would develop a Kirby game in the future at his last direct?
Sakurai? Oh! Yo! Okay, hold on. Kirby plus Sakurai? Smash is coming next, bro.
So yeah, no Smash Bros game till now, or ever at this point. But it's good to know that Sakurai hasn't disappeared from Nintendo as of yet. Okay. So we're starting off with a quiet environment. It kinda looks like a Mario game, but it kinda isn't as well. Wait, hold up. DK? Wait, and he has a new design now! He's more furry and comical! Yes guys, DK has finally entered the open world gaming community, smashing rocks, digging mines, and searching for crystals. Now we might not know anything about the story itself, but the trailer shows some cutscenes suggest that villains might want to take over the mines and have all the crystals to themselves, which is why our hero has to be the one to stop them. Donkey Kong Bonanza coming on Nintendo Switch 2. Oh, this is him without the short pants. And before ending the direct, we were shown that you can buy the Nintendo Switch 2 with the Mario Kart 8 bundle, which pretty much saves you up to $30. Anyways, that is it for my reviews on the Nintendo Switch Direct. I hope you guys enjoyed. I wanted to make another video reviewing everything that we know about Mario Kart 8 World before the next direct on 17th, but I guess that I won't really make it. However, since I already started editing it, I might as well finish it before I start reacting to the next direct, which puts me behind on the news, but I'll try to get as updated as I can. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I hope this video blows up. which it pretty much won't. And I'll see you in the next direct video.